I'm Mike Bullough. I'm running for Bridgeport City Council. I've lived in Bridgeport for 35 years. I have 5 children. 3 of them graduated from the Bridgeport school system. The kids all played youth sports and was involved in that. I'd recently just retired from the Harrison County Courthouse. I worked in the assessor's office for 22 years. That gives me knowledge of really what's going on commercially and residentially in Bridgeport in the housing market. I'm very favorable of our police department, all of our special services that we have. In that, while I was working for the county, I worked with the court security.
Let's move on to question number 2. Bridgeport is a rapidly developing place. If elected, what big development project would you push to get done, and how would you get that project funded? You have 2 minutes.
Okay, the big project I'd like to see done I'd like to see a 50-meter pool indoor, and there's a story that goes with that. My daughter swam in the high school back when, I think it was like '93. They had a state championship swim team. They had to go to the Y to be able to practice. I think Bridgeport deserves that. That would also be an economic boost to the county and to the city of Bridgeport, because there's plenty of motels, restaurants to be able to host bigger meets, maybe even a state meet someday. And the other thing I'd like to see happen is another project. And we all support Charles Point, White Oaks, and all that new construction that's going on there, and all the new businesses and all the eateries. We're supporting that. But another thing that I really would like to see happen is that some of the folks that have been in business in Bridgeport, practically their whole lives, or the last 20 years, that maybe there's something that we could do with the B&O tax with them or something. Since Bridgeport, since we're a hometown and we want to continue to grow and to do the best that we can, not just for the residents, but for the businesses that are here.
Okay, we will now move on to question 3. There's a drug problem throughout our region. Do you think we have enough police locally to fix this threat in terms of staffing numbers? What about funding? Do we have enough of that? And if not, what do you think needs to be done to fix this? You have 2 minutes.
Here a few weeks ago, I went to the meeting they had at the high school and listened to Mr. Ehlenfeld speak. I've been in Bridgeport all this time, but I didn't realize what the seriousness of the drug problem was. And after hearing that and hearing all the statistics, like and heroin seems to be the big thing right now. And there was like 130 heroin deaths in the state of West Virginia. That was up to 2013. The city of Bridgeport, I think we have officers, but training for them, lots more training in how to detect the drugs, and the way that you go about that is, again, training, education, and then with the public, even starting in the grade schools, middle and to high school, we need to educate the kids and the best that we can. And then if the education doesn't work and someone does get on the drugs, we need to look at the recovery part of it too. Work with Celebrate Recovery in that, and that does a world of good. And there's lots of folks that really do have some very serious drug problems in the area. And we just have to work at it as individuals. I've found out a lot of things are one-on-one. The policeman can work one-on-one with folks whenever they do find out that they're having these problems. I-79 is a major drug highway from my understanding, and people come from Baltimore, Columbus, Pittsburgh, and come to Clarksburg because Clarksburg area, Bridgeport, Harrison County, because it's an easy drop-off point and there's lots of roads to make getaways.
Next question. Bridgeport's been leading the way when it comes to the home rule program for quite a while. So do you think the city has used home rule wisely so far? Do you support the program? Please explain what your thoughts either way. You have 2 minutes.
My understanding on the home rule, the way that it's worked for us and the way it's written up is we get to use the home rule a lot for new projects, but it's in the engineering phase of it. And I think that we could extend that and actually do some help. And one of the things I mentioned, the 50-meter pool, Bridgeport has home rule. They can work with the school board, with the state in the home rule, and also with the county to get that pool built. That's one of the things you could do with that. But I think that we need to step out a little bit and broaden our horizons with home rule. I think that we could do more and actually be able to benefit more people instead of just a few. We can benefit everyone by using that. And there's lots of different projects that can be done. I know that you know, I just read in the Connect Bridgeport that we're going to start the big project on the hill there above the high school and replacing all the sidewalk. If we had to wait to get other funding to do that from somewhere else, that wouldn't be happening as fast. So by being home rule, we can use that to be able to take care of those kind of things.
Final question. Our small businesses are so important to our local communities. As Bridgeport continues to attract national chains to areas like Charles Point and White Oaks, what would you do to ensure that our small business owners can compete and thrive? You have 2 minutes.
I've already touched on that a little bit with small businesses. Is it gives the people that have been here a long time, not someone just starting up, but someone that's been here for years, be able to help their pocketbooks out a little bit in some way. Bridgeport's very progressive. There's lots of people that have ideas, but they don't share them. I would be up for people letting me as a councilman know what their idea is, and we can bring it up at council and take care of it. You know, there's a lot of people to decide on different things, but someone's really has to have a really good idea out there. Personally, the way that it's going now, it looks like our Main Street is doing pretty good. There's the last news shop I saw open up. It looks like there's cars in front of it. People are actually going to these businesses. Eventually, if we had enough going on, it could become a destination. There's lots of different stores, lots of storefronts that are still available. And if you move on down the street, we're going to get a new grocery store real soon. There will be a plaza there. Will be a place for more new businesses to move in. We just need to just take care of our own and make sure that all of our business owners are getting a fair break in everything that they're doing.